everyone. We will be doing our restorative gentle practice today. We're going to start ourselves in child's pose. If you have a bolster or a big thick pillow or even a meditation cushion that you could use, I would recommend bringing it out so that you can utilize it through this pose. So we're going to start with the knees nice and wide, the big toes touching. Sit all the way back to the heels, and then you can take your bolster, place it right between your knees, close to your body, so that you can let your abdomen and your rib cage and your chest rest down onto the bolster. I like to bring my elbows down to the sides and kind of turn my head so that I can feel my full weight is resting on this bolster. I don't have any weight on my arms. And, if it's a little bit too much, you can kind of open the knees a little wider. You can elevate the space of the bolster by maybe stacking more pillows on top or blankets. But I want you to kind of settle yourself in here for a moment. Relax the shoulders, soften into the spine. Let the abdomen be soft. And just allow yourselves a few moments of stillness and calmness. We're going to let go of stress, tension, fear, worry. We're going to allow ourselves to surrender not just to the physical aspect of our pose here by coming into this child's pose, but also to the emotional and kind of mental piece that comes with letting go. So you can close your eyes, allow the breath to move deeply into the nostrils, out through the nostrils. Notice how with your chest pressing against your prop, you might feel the breath move more into the middle and upper back. As you inhale, you feel your shoulder blades separate, your middle back expand, your rib cage widen. And then as you exhale, allow yourself to really sink down onto your prop, letting there be no tension. Feel free to make any small adjustments so that you do feel comfortable. And you can find that same sense of ease and peace and calmness that we find in shavasana. And then just so that we make sure we stretch the neck in both directions, let's turn the head the other direction so that we can put the opposite cheek down onto the bolster. And then once more, make any little adjustments, any little movements that might make your posture a little bit more comfortable. And once you settle in, just remind yourself of that conscious breathing. Easy inhale and slow exhale. Softening the muscles that don't need to be tensed or working at this time. Letting go of any tightness or tension in the shoulders, the jaw, the hips, the knees, the feet, the wrists. Wherever you find the tension, just see if you can exhale it out. Feeling that breath expand and lift through the shoulder blades and the rib cage. And then allowing it to sink down, letting your weight fall fully on your prop. Just a few more breaths here. And with the next exhale, let's start to blink the eyes open. Maybe we bring the chin down to the bolster just to kind of even out the neck. Hands can slide down underneath the shoulders, and as we inhale, let's press ourselves up. Keep looking down or tucking the chin towards the chest, lengthening to the back of the neck. And then inhale, let's open the heart, move the shoulders back, tailbone back, and lift the chin. Let's do that a couple of times, kind of this cat-cow position. Tuck in. This time the tailbone can tuck under, the middle back can push away, chin towards the chest. And then inhale, opening the heart, tailbone out, shoulders back, chin up. Again, exhale. And inhale. Now we're going to reverse the breath movement here, coming into a flat back. We haven't done this one in a while. This is our lion's breath. So we reverse the breath movement. As we inhale, we actually curl under. And then as we exhale, we open out, but we're going to stick the tongue out, look up towards the eyebrows, and go like a lion growling or roaring out, right? It's a really good way to release stress and let go of any fear or let go of any feelings of uneasiness. So as we exhale, we curl, or as we inhale, we curl under. And then exhale. Again, inhale. Lion's breath, exhaling. Last one. Exhaling with lion's breath. And slowly we release. Also, it makes me smile, that breath. It makes me feel funny. All right, we're going to remove the bolster, bring the knees in. Take your weight forward, come to tabletop position. So let's just give a little tap to the feet, kind of releasing any tension in the tops of the feet. You can tuck the toes under, kind of push your way back and forward. Start to move your way into this tabletop position. And maybe we press all the way back, stretching through the feet, lengthening there. And then we will move forward, finding engagement in the core, pushing into the shoulder blades, finding our nice strong core here. This is where we do our chaturanga, right? So we get pressure up through the shoulder blades. And then one more time, reach back, lengthen back, belly draws in, long extended spine. And inhale, move it forward, weight to the fingertips, strong shoulders, press the shoulder blades away, hollow out the navel. And then coming to a flat back, we can release the toes. All right, so from this flat back position, let's take the left leg, extend it out, and just stretch out to the back of that left leg. Now you want to keep the hips even and square here. So as we move into this next restorative posture, we're going to press through the heel so that you're stretched to the calf. So try to feel this in the back of your left leg. And then we're going to bring the elbows to the floor so that the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. So kind of you can interlace your hands or you can make a little tripod with your arms. And then from here, we're going to inhale, lift that left leg up, point the toe, press through the shoulder blade. So kind of feel like almost like you're going into a bit of a dolphin, but not quite. Press the left leg out and kind of push the shoulders back so that you're pushing against the floor. Hollow out the navel and then slowly open up to the side. Maybe bringing the left toes down. Keep pushing through the floor and then coming back through to center. And then let's take it the other way. So reaching that left leg out, opening up to that left hip. Be very mindful here. You can let the left toes touch down, pushing the floor away, staying connected with the floor with your forearms. And then back to center, reach and extend. All right, now here comes the restorative. We're going to take this bolster. We're going to place it right underneath that left leg. And we're going to move our weight forward so that that left leg is on top. And the right knee can come forward. So the right knee is right next to your right side body. Your knee is on the floor, your top of your foot is on the floor. Then we're going to kind of bring the weight down. Then we're going to rest here, just be here for a few moments. So your right shin is on the mat, not your foot. You can have your foot on the mat if you want, but that's going to be a lot more intense. This is an easier way for us to find the restorative pose. So your whole entire left side body is being supported by your pillow. You can kind of wiggle yourself more to the center if you like, whatever feels good. Stack your hands to make a little pillow for your head, or you can place a block there. And just breathe gentle. We're starting with the toe pointed away from us. so that we can really feel more engagement in the front of that left leg. But in a moment, we're going to switch that position. So just kind of be here. Make sure that you feel like you're pressing the top of the left foot into the mat so that you're not kind of relaxing here with the leg, knee bent. You're kind of engaging into that left leg. And then with the exhale, let's tuck the toe under and now push the heel away. So a little bit more active. You may feel this more in your glute or in your hamstring. And just kind of be here. Again, that left leg is nice and engaged. The right leg is relaxed. Supporting your right shin and your top of your right foot, supporting the weight on the right side. Easy and steady breath. Keep pushing the left heel away, keeping that left leg active the entire time. So even though we're in the restorative version of this posture, we're still staying active with that left leg. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Nice deep breathing. Good. One more breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And then sliding the hands underneath. You can release the left knee down to the mat. Inhale, pick yourself up. And just kind of allow yourself a moment here to feel a little bit more stretch to that left hip. If you don't feel much, you're welcome to tuck the leg under and kind of get a little bit more activation there, but I'm feeling it pretty good right here. I don't think I need much more than this. And then slowly, let's all tuck the foot under. Inhale, press the right knee back. Bring the knees down and just kind of move the bolster over to the side for a moment while we do the other side. Actually, I need to move it here, otherwise it's going to be in my way. Okay. So kind of coming back to tabletop position, let's do the right side. Right toe tucks under, reach to the right heel, stretch to the right calf, draw into the navel and kind of push out, fan out through your shoulders, press into your fingertips. So find yourself really rooted and grounded here. As you take a nice deep inhale breath, slow, gentle exhale breath. Keep pushing out through the heel. Inhale, let's lift the leg, point the toe. Nice, long, extended leg. And then we're going to lower the elbows down so that they are placed right where your hands, just where you can make a little tripod with your hands. And see if you can reach that leg a little bit higher. Keep pointing to the toe. Push through both shoulders. Try not to dip your body to one side or the other. Keep yourself and your weight centered. From here, we're going to take that right foot and reach it all the way around. Maybe the toe touches down. Get a nice stretch. Feel that arch and that kind of rounding that comes into your middle back. And then take it back up and then open the other way. So now you're kind of reaching your right toe towards the right side. Your hips might open up a little bit. That's okay. Stay with it. Allow yourself to settle into it. Pushing the floor away with both arms. So forearms nice and engaged. You should feel your triceps and your biceps working. And then exhale, take it back. Reach and extend one more time. And slowly bring it down. All right, now we grab our bolster, place it close to the body. We're going to slide that left knee forward, place the right hip on top of the bolster. Let's settle in first. Once you've kind of settled yourself in a little bit, make sure that you feel supported here. Then you can start with the toe pointed and then engage into that right leg. So again, the left shin is on the floor, the top of the left foot is on the floor. And you could make a little pillow for your head. This side doesn't feel quite the same. Let me adjust. There we go. That feels better. And just kind of take a nice, easy movement of breath. Remember, your right leg stays active the whole time. We start with the top of the foot down first, and then we're going to tuck the toes under, but not just yet. Keep the toes pointed. Keep the top of the foot pressing down. Relax into your shoulders. Find the length into that right leg. Steady your breathing. And then we're going to tuck the toe under and press out through the heel. Same way, just a little change in the stretch. So the right heel presses out, and we hold, and we breathe. Remember the restorative postures, the intention here is to hold the pose with as much ease as you can find. This is why we use the props, because if we didn't have the props, we'd have to be holding our weight up with using our arms and our left leg. So right now, we're just focusing on really extending through that right leg and keeping everything else relaxed over your props. So there's no tension. Your whole weight is softly kind of just being supported by the pillow. Keep breathing. Just a few more breaths. And then slowly we're gonna first release the arms, keep that leg extended back, and just kind of lift up. You can keep the toe tucked under like I'm doing here, or you can press the top of the foot. Either way is fine. This side's a little bit more open for me, so the toe tucked under feels a little nicer. I feel like I'm working a little bit more, so that's what I'm gonna do for me. Decide what's best for you. Shoulders roll back, lift the chest, keep pressing your right hip flexor down into your pillow. So you want your pillow to support the weight of your right hip. Good, very nice. And then let's exhale, release the knee, bring the left knee back. We can move the pillow out of the way for now, and then come back into tabletop position. Very nice. All right, so from here, we're gonna go into a nice easy twist. We're gonna thread the needle. So finding yourself in a flat back, take the right arm up towards the sky, open the chest, and then exhale, thread the right arm through, let the right shoulder come down, and then you're gonna move your head forward. So there's a big space between your right ear and the right shoulder. Make any little adjustments that feel better for you. Once you're there, here's your options. Left hand can stay right in front of your face, elbow propped up. This is fine. This allows you to kind of create a little bit more torque in the body. Feels good. Otherwise, your left hand can reach up towards the left top corner of your mat. Or you can take it around towards the right thigh. So you're twisting a little deeper here. Be mindful that when you twist, you're twisting from this torso area, not from the hips. So you want to keep your hips even wherever your arm is placed. Now, last option here, if you so wish, you can tuck the left toe and straighten that left leg. And this is going to put a little bit more weight into that right shoulder. If it feels nice, stay. If it feels like a struggle, come out. If you need to change your arm, maybe you had it back over your right thigh, and maybe you decide, oh, this is going to throw me out of balance, then just bring that hand either up or in front of the face. Either way is fine. I kind of like the arm extended. That seems to be the nice spot for me, so I'm going to stay there. But play with the options so that you know what you like and what you need to do, and then you can try it that way. Let's hold just a few more breaths. We won't hold this one very long. Allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale, a slow, gentle exhale. Feel the breathing moving into the space of the back, just like we did in our child's pose. Good. And then exhale, let's start by lowering that left knee to the floor first, bringing that left hand in front of the face if it's not already there. And then inhale, pushing ourselves up, opening that right side arm for a counter stretch. Exhale, right hand down. All right, good. Other side. Left arm opens for a stretch. Open the rib cage, the chest. Look up towards the left hand. Exhale, slide that left arm through so that you can bring that left shoulder down. Once the left shoulder is down, move the head forward. Make little adjustments so that you feel supported by the mat. Again, right hand can stay, using it like a little leverage to twist you a little deeper into the posture. Might feel nice. Option 2, right arm can reach up towards the top right corner of the mat. And that feels nice too. Nice stretch into the right side, maybe a little bit into the right rib cage area, or the Batman muscles, as I like to call them. And then last option would be to take that right hand behind you and kind of find your left thigh. This feels nice here, but maybe that changes when you extend your leg. So you can decide, and then you can tuck your right toe under if you want, and straighten right leg. So with the right arm behind, I've often found that it feels like I'm going to fall out of balance. It doesn't feel very gentle or soft. So if you don't like that, extend that right arm up over your head once more and kind of rest there. So anywhere of those three positions for your arm is fine. The pose is still happening. You're getting all the benefits regardless. The twist, the stretch, the movement into the torso, and a little bit into the neck, of course, as well. That right leg is nice and engaged, and you're breathing softly and easily. Once more, removing any tension, removing any stressors, letting go, fear, being completely present. What is will be, and what is not meant to be won't be. So there's no reason for us to be concerned. Let's hold just a few more breaths. Very nice. One more inhale. Exhale completely. And then as you inhale again, really reach and stretch. And then with the exhale, let's drop the right knee. You can bring the right hand in front of the face. Inhale to push yourself up, opening that left arm for a counter stretch. Feels so nice to counter stretch. And then exhale, hand comes back down. Good. Walk the knees towards the hands and slowly sit onto the heels. Come up into a seated position. So we're going to go ahead and move a little bit into the arms. We're going to interlace the hands behind the back. Shoulders roll back. Lift your chest, tuck your chin down, and then see if you can move your hands away from your body. Keep your chin tucked down, long stretch in the back of the neck, a little bit of a compression into the throat, arms moving away from the body. And slowly let's release. Keeping the hands behind us, let's twist. Looking over left shoulder as the arms move to the right. Exhale, coming back to center. Again, tuck down, lift the arms. Exhale, release, and inhale, twist. Opening to the other side. Exhaling, coming back to center. Once more, chin down, arms up. And slowly release. Release the arms. Inhale, take the arms up. Interlace the hands, palms turn up towards the ceiling, and then just take your gaze forward. So you're reaching out of the body, using the palms of the hands to lead you. And then slowly exhale, bend your body to the right. So we're turning our whole body to the right, bumping the hips and the rib cage to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Leading and reaching to the left as you bump your hips and your rib cage to the right. Keep your head nice in the middle of your two arms. Inhale, back to center. Reach up, extend. Exhale, let's release. All right, let's go ahead and come into a seated position. So let's practice our jump through here. It's a good time to practice it. Hands on the floor, cross your ankles. Inhale, lift your knees. Slide your feet forward, extend your legs, and sit down. So once your legs are extended and you're seated, we're going into Dandasana position, hands on either sides of the hips, shoulders back, rib cage lifted, chin down, look to the tip of your toes. Flex your toes back towards your face. This pose, though it may not seem or look like much, if you are doing it, then you know that you are working. In this pose, we are really trying to find all of the engagement in the body. It's actually similar to our Samasthiti, our equal standing pose. And it has a little bit of elements from our down dog as well into it. So allow yourself to be in it. Let the breath move effortlessly through the nostrils. Let go of tension in the shoulders and jaw. And then exhale, let's take our forward fold, holding on to the big toes. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, fold deeply. You may not go very far, no worries. Go as far as your body will allow. We'll only hold briefly, and then we're going to use our bolster or our pillow to make this a restorative posture. So just holding briefly, you're pulling a little bit with your arms, but not much. You're really kind of just moving your shoulder blades back as you bring your chest forward. So the arms are active, but not the main activity here. The feet are flexed, the legs are engaged. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale there. Now grab your pillow and place it over your legs so that you can have the short end close to your body. And then you're going to allow yourself to fold over the pillow, and then you can hold on to either your feet or the pillow itself and kind of just take a little bit of a release here. So imagine you're a sandwich, your torso and your legs are the bread, and the pillow is all the yummy tofu in the middle. And you're going to squeeze the center. So you're going to squeeze, let's say, peanut butter instead. Squeeze the peanut butter between the two slices of bread. So you're trying to squeeze that pillow. You're trying to pull yourself a little closer. Let your head rest. You can turn your head to the side like I'm doing. You can have your chin down. I will give you a cue to turn it the other direction in a moment. Soften the shoulders. Keep the legs active as you hold. You can close your eyes, again, trying to find that space of peace and calmness, not just physically in our bodies, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Same peace and calmness we find when we come into our shavasana. We're kind of splitting those two worlds, activity and ease or softness. And then if your head is turned one direction, turn the head the other direction so you can get a stretch on both sides of the neck. And you might feel like it's a little hard to breathe here. You might feel like it's not very comfortable at all. Maybe you're very uncomfortable, and that's okay. Find as much comfort as your body will allow for you today. Every day will be different. Don't judge yourself based on what your posture looks like, but more so, allow yourself to be completely judgmental or judge-free so that you're not concerned with the physicality of the posture, but more of how it feels. Just a few more breaths. And then slowly, as we inhale, we'll take the chin to the pillow or the bolster, moving the shoulders back. And stay there for a few breaths, evening out the neck. And then inhale, let's lift halfway, open your heart, kind of squeeze yourself a little tighter. And then exhale, let's release. Good job. So we're going to remove the bolster out of the way, and we're going to spin ourselves around so the bolster is going to be behind us. We can kind of roll it back into the middle. So now we do the other way. We're going to fold the opposite direction. So before we do that, we're going to add a little bit of leg lifts in this one. We normally don't do that, but we're going to add it today just for fun. So as you lay yourself down onto your bolster, make sure that your head is supported. It's very important. If your head is kind of hanging, not touching the floor or the pillow, then you want to place a block or blankets so that your head feels supported. You're not stressing through your neck. Excuse me. So now allow your arms to open out to the sides, and let's turn the palms facing down. Keep your left foot planted on the floor, but don't push into the floor with your left leg. So your butt is down, your abdomen is relaxed, soft belly. Extend your right leg, point your toe, and then inhale, lift the right leg and lower it down. So we're just lifting and lowering the right leg. So we're incorporating a little bit of movement with the right leg as we find the back bending. Now we're going to change it in a moment. Let's do two more. One more. Now keep the leg up and then just open it out to the side diagonally. Bring it back to center. Be careful with the left knee that it doesn't open away. Keep that left knee grounded as you open and close. So you should really try to feel this into the joint of the hip. It's really good for the hips. One of the things that has helped me kind of rehabilitate my hips. Hopefully it'll help you keep your hips nice and strong for as long as you're around. All right, let's bring it back to center. And again, let's just lower it down. Flex the foot, push the heel away. Take a moment there, maybe extend the other leg just to kind of even both sides. Then we're going to repeat on the other side. So the right knee bends, plant the foot on the floor, butt does not lift. Keep your butt down, belly soft, rib cage open. Then point the left toes, inhale, lift and lower. So we're just lifting and lowering that left leg. Good. I like the arms extended out because it gives me like a strong, wide foundation to work from, especially as the leg lifts and lowers. It's not just the abdominal muscles working, but also a little bit of the upper body. All right. We're going to hold the leg up, and now we're going to take it out to the, I hit something, out to the side and back up to center. So out to the side, back up to center. You might not go straight across. It might be more of like a half circle in a diagonal line. That's fine. Just allow that hip to find its range of motion, wherever it is. Try to keep the rest of your body as stable as you can make it. And you should start to feel that hip firing up, all those little muscles working. Good, let's do 2 more. Last one. And then as we come back to center, exhale, lower all the way down. Flex the foot, kind of relax and release there. And then extend the right leg. Keep both legs straight. You can point, flex, or relax the feet. And then let's take the arms overhead. Maybe hold on to your opposite wrist and just let the elbows kind of fall down heavy. And we're going to hold here in this supported back bend. So you want to make sure that you don't feel pinching in your lower back. That is one of the places you don't want to feel this pose. Because what we're trying to do is elongate the space between the vertebrae. We do this when we do drop backs, when we do our Urdhva Dhanurasana. All of this is going to be helping those types of poses, even bridge pose. So imagine, if you will, the front of your body elongating. So the parts of your vertebra that face the front of your body are wider, and then the parts of your vertebrae that face the back of your body kind of come closer. So if you can imagine it being like that, so that the back body is a little closer and the front body is a little wider, and then each one kind of stacks in the same way, opening yourself up. So it's a good idea to kind of visualize what these parts of the body are doing so that you can incorporate not just the physicality, but also the mental aspect of our practice. And then as we do that, we allow our breath to be calm and steady, to move effortlessly through the body. Remembering that there is always those 3 aspects of every asana, whether it's a restorative asana or more of an active asana. There's 3 aspects of body, physicality, biology, our muscles, our bones, our tendons, our ligaments, and the aspect of our breath, our prana, our life force, what moves within us, and the aspect of our mind, our calmness, our peace, our steadiness, our single focusedness. This is what those 3 things combined are, the 3 pillars of our practice. So anytime we come into any type of hold, whether it be in our restorative practice or an Ashtanga practice or in our Vinyasas, allow yourself to really kind of settle into keeping those 3 pillars in communication with each other, active, all the time. As soon as your mind starts to wander away to something else, bring it back to the body, the breath, and the focus. Let's stay here just a few more breaths. You're always welcome to switch around, bringing the arms to a different place, or bend the knees, whatever you like. Now, before we come out of this pose altogether, we're going to add a little change to the legs. So as we exhale, slide your heels in towards the body, and then open your knees out to the side for a Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet press against each other, and the knees fall out to the sides in wherever they go. If it's really kind of uncomfortable for you and you want to feel a little bit more supported, you can place a block or a block on each side underneath your thighs or underneath your knees to help support the weight. But if your hips feel like they're opening and you feel a slight tug or a slight stretch, but it's not painful, then you really don't need a prop. It's just more your preference and where your body is today. We're going to be here for a little bit of time, so allow yourself to kind of settle in and let go of the need to change or modify in any way. Once you've found yourself in a comfortable, stable position, then just be there. Come back to those 3 pillars, acknowledging the sensations of the body, the need to adjust, move, or change, whether it's real or not, and then working accordingly. Acknowledging this movement of breath as you exhale and as you inhale, letting it be rhythmic and natural. And then acknowledging your mind, your focal point. Allowing yourself to keep that focus throughout the hold. Always checking in through the 3. Just a few more breaths, settle in. And once we kind of find the restorative, comfortable posture, the aim here is to kind of play with that edge of sleepiness and wakefulness. You're comfortable enough that maybe you might fall asleep, but there is a sense of, I can't because this isn't quite comfortable. So there's this little bit of a battle happening between those 2. Kind of moving towards shavasana, but never quite getting there. And that's where you want to be in all these restorative yin type poses, is in that magical spot. Reaching for shavasana, but not quite getting there. And then before we come out of this, let's start to move the head side to side. Just drop the chin towards the right shoulder. Bring it back to center, chin towards the left shoulder. Let's get a little stretch for the arms. So let's extend the arms overhead, reach and lengthen, keeping the legs either in your Baddha Konasana or extended if you wish. And then inhale, take the arms up, extend, and kind of reach up like you want your shoulders to come away. It's similar to when we do our Utthana Padasana with the arms out and the legs in the Navasana legs. Kind of like that. Really kind of pull yourself up so that the back of your head or the top of your head is more on the mat. Keep gazing towards your thumbs. And then exhale, do the opposite. Push the shoulder blades down towards the cushion. So you're kind of squeezing the cushion between your 2 shoulder blades. Allow your shoulders to really find engagement. One more time. Inhale, reach up, open up, press through the tailbone, press up to the top of the head, chest up. Exhale, squeeze everything down. Shoulder blades, incorporating the shoulder blades as they squeeze the fabric or the pillow. And then exhale, release the arms, open them out to the sides, all palms face up. And with the arms, we're going to help the knees come back to center. Sometimes they need a little bit of help or adjustment as we switch the position. Once the knees are back at center, then go ahead and extend one leg, then the other. And then we're going to try to sit up with a bit of control. So with the legs extended, keep the toes pointed or pointed, pressing to the tops of the feet. And then use your arms, a little bit of momentum, squeeze, 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 and we come up. Find yourself back in that same Dandasana position. Shoulder blades back, chest lifted, feet flexed. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And let's go bolster off to the side. And then we'll lay all the way down onto the back. All right, we're going to finish up with some nice restorative twists. So keep the bolster maybe over by your left side. We're going to use it to help the right knee. So allow the knee to come in towards the chest, the right knee. Flex into the left foot, pull the shoulders down. And then we're going to guide that right knee to set it on top of the bolster. Make sure your whole right leg from the knee to your foot or ankle is down. And then you can kind of keep your left hand there in position as you turn your body to the right. So what this does is it helps us keep that leg on something so that you don't feel like it's floating in midair. Makes the pose a little bit nicer. You want to twist from your rib cage so your rib cage starts to open out. These are really helpful when we do our marichasanas in our Ashtanga practice. Relax the shoulder, take the chin over the right shoulder and kind of feel the stretch in the neck. You can keep that left hand on the knee or you can settle it down like a T. Either way is fine. Sometimes I like it on the knee because it kind of just helps to remind me to keep that weight there, but it's up to you. Let's breathe steady. Again, closing the eyes. Coming back to find that easy space between sleepiness and wakefulness. Knowing that as we move our bodies in our asana practice, as we find focus and intention with our breathing, that is the practice of yoga. Letting those three things communicate with each other and dance with each other so that you're not always in a static place. Even if you're holding stillness, you realize there's little adjustments that are happening within and without. And then we're going to slowly take the head back to center. Bring the right knee back to center. Hug that knee into the chest. Keep flexing into the foot. And then slowly release. All right, no nice way to do this. We're just going to take that bolster, bring it over to the other side. So we can repeat on the other side. All right, so once the bolster's on the right side, bring the left knee into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. And then with the right hand, guide that left leg over the body so that it can rest on the bolster. You might need to kind of adjust yourself a little bit here. Once your leg is down, opening up through the rib cage, try to bring your left shoulder down. It may or may not touch the floor. It's okay if it doesn't, but allow your right side body to kind of situate yourself so that if it is possible, then that left shoulder can come down and the left arm can reach out. We're looking now towards the left. Or you can close your eyes. Your right hand can remain on the right knee. You can release it down. Sometimes that feels really kind of just, like you're just letting go. Sometimes holding on to the knee reminds you to keep a little bit of weight here and to kind of deepen into your twist. Whatever you feel you need to do today. As you continue to find rotation in the middle body, again, softening that left shoulder to the floor. Letting the left side of your head or face come down towards the mat. Uniting those three aspects of our practice, our bodies, our breath, and our focus. Always coming back to that magical formula. If you feel like you're too deep into something, then back off a little bit. If you feel like you've got a little bit more wiggle room, then kind of go a little deeper. So always adjusting, always taking inventory, deciding from your own lived experience and from your own understanding of your body, where you need to move, adjust, fix, change, or remain. It is not static, it is constantly moving, living, breathing, expanding. Even though we're in stillness, you notice as you inhale, your ribcage rises. There's movement there in the center of the body. As you exhale, the body just kind of melts down and finds a little deeper twist. So always movement. As long as you're alive, there's going to be some sort of action happening. Stay here for a few more breaths. And then slowly as we exhale, let's take the chin back to the center, gazing up towards the sky. You can release the right arm, gently bring that left knee back to center, hug the knee into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, and then slowly release. All right, we're not going to use the bolster anymore, so you can kind of move it out of the way or keep it where it is. I'm just moving out of the way so you guys can see me. Hugging both knees into the chest, let's give ourselves a nice squeeze. Pressing the thighs against the sides of the chest, knees towards the shoulders, everything tucks in, flatten your back. Maybe lift the head and see if you can curl yourself over your legs. And then exhale, lower down, and maybe giving yourself a little lower back massage. I love these lower back massages. You might know, if you've been practicing with me for a while, that these lower back massages are so fun and so nice. And if you're not a particular fan, then you can just keep the knees hugged in, or you can go into a happy baby. And then when you're kind of feel even on both sides, then go ahead and let's take shavasana. So let the legs extend, let the knees and the feet open out to the sides. Arms down by your sides, palms facing up, shoulders completely soft, back of the head resting on the mat. As we prepare to take our rest, really kind of finding ourselves, surrendering to the floor, surrendering to the earth below us that holds us up. No longer needing to engage or utilize any of the muscles in our bodies. As every muscle, tendon, ligament, bone, cell in your body relaxes. Making a conscious effort to now keep the breath steady, rhythmic, natural, and soft. And finally, making sure that you soften your awareness, your attention, your focus. Slowly and gently we'll begin to wiggle our fingers, our toes. Maybe let the head drop from side to side. Move into your wrists and ankles. Forearms and elbows can bend. Shins, calves, and knees can bend. Maybe coming into a constructive rest pose with the feet apart, knees together, hands at the belly, at the heart, or one hand at each. And with your right hand, grab your left pinky finger and start to give it a nice rub. Maybe pulling a little bit or just squeezing from the base of the finger up to the tip. And same thing with the next one, your ring finger. And then same thing with your middle finger. Squeezing with your right hand, your right thumb. Same thing with your index finger on your left hand. And finally, the thumb of the left hand gets squeezed. And then you're going to use your thumb and your right hand to give your left hand a massage, pressing through the pinky edge side of the palm first, and then moving your way center. Maybe up high towards the base of the fingers, maybe in the middle, moving your way towards the base of the thumb. Maybe down by the base of the hand altogether, maybe in the top of the hand, squeezing the hand. And then you can kind of hold on to the wrists, clasp the wrist, and then move that left hand in all directions, giving the wrist a little bit of a massage as well. And then you can shake out that left hand, and then we'll do the same thing on the right. So with the left hand, squeezing the pinky finger from the base all the way to the end. And then the ring finger, pulling, squeezing from the base, making sure to get the knuckles all the way to the tip. Middle finger next. Index finger next. From the base all the way up, squeezing, rotating. Finally, the thumb. And then from the palm of the hand, starting at the pinky edge side of the right hand, moving up towards the base of the fingers, to the palm, middle of the palm, to the base of the palm, towards the thumb, maybe the top of the hand, kind of just squeezing all your fingers and knuckles together. And then clasping the wrist, getting a tight grip there, and then moving the right hand in every direction, up, down, side, side, circles. Feeling the wrist relax. And then shake out both hands, roll on to your right side. Take a moment there, kind of just be on your right side for a moment. Notice how your hands feel, a little bit of liveliness, new energy moved into the hands. And then inhale, let's press ourselves up to come to seated. Once we come into a comfortable seated position, just find cross-legged or legs extended, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of come into a moment of mindfulness by observing the movement of the breath, observing the body. And now in this still posture of Sukhasana, we feel the long spine that rises up from the sits bones and the tailbone, reaching up to the top of the head. Making sure you're not rounding or arching, but instead finding a nice center between the two. As the breath moves steadily through the nostrils, you allow the thoughts, the mind to relax. Be still. Remembering that all of this is available to you at any time. That whenever there are stressors in the world, in life around us, we can always come back to our practice. This is why we do it regularly. This is why we do it consistently. So that we can utilize what we learned during our time on the mat, off the mat. And with the next inhale, let's draw our palms together at the center of the heart, thumbs against the sternum, offering a little bit of gratitude out to the world, to the yogis that paved the path before us, to ourselves. A little self-love, a little self-compassion will take us a very long way. Again, one more deep breath in. Slow exhale, breath out. Namaste.